Scientists have captured the first footage in the wild of one of the world's rarest and ugliest pigs. The Javan warty pig is under such threat from hunting and habitat loss that conservationists surveying its habitat believed it might already have been driven to extinction. Camera traps have now revealed that small populations survive in Java's increasingly fragmented forests.
In most animals, the brain is located in the head, protected by the skull and close to the primary sensory apparatus of vision, hearing, taste, and olfaction. In humans, it is an organ of thought. While all vertebrates have a brain, invertebrates have either a centralized brain or collections of individual ganglia. Published March 27 in Scientific Reports. A new study co-led by an NYU School of Medicine pathologist reveals that layers of the body long thought to be dense connective tissues below the skin's surface, lining the digestive tract, lungs and urinary systems, and surrounding arteries, veins, and the fascia between muscles are instead interconnected, fluid-filled compartments. Although Botswana's economic outlook remains strong, the devastation that AIDS has caused threatens to destroy the country's future. In 2001, Botswana has the highest rate of HIV infection in the world. With the help of international donors, it launched an ambitious national campaign that provided free antiviral drugs to anyone who needed them. And by March 2004, Botswana's infection rate has dropped significantly. Shoppers hoping to bag a bargain in the post-Christmas sales are much less likely to go through with their purchases if they are using phones and tablets to buy goods online. The current law, which enables employers to fire new staff within the first 90 days without giving a reason, and without facing legal action for unfair dismissal, was introduced in 2009. Under the new law, the 90-day trial will remain as it is for businesses with fewer than 20 employees. Larger businesses will still be able to use the 90-day trial as a probationary period, but with greater protections for employees. The Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index, which measures both American consumers' assessment of current conditions and their expectations, rose to its highest level since 2001. Updated figures from the Commerce Department confirmed earlier the slowest rate for 5 years, though growth picked up to 1.9% in the final quarter. After a century of making sausage, the Oberto family is selling their namesake business to a large Canadian food conglomerate. But the local management says Oberto's employees, manufacturing plant and sponsored hydroplanes with the red, white, and green livery will see few changes. Premium Brand Holdings, which is based in Richmond, BC, and owns dozens of food manufacturers and distributors, is set to buy substantially all of Oberto Brand's assets. Does it feel like everywhere you turn there's more food? Fast food joints like McDonald's and Taco Bell abound, and big box stores like Costco, Walmart, and Target sell mounds of groceries. Just the slightest pang of hunger and around the corner there's another restaurant or retailer enticing us to buy more food. Over the centuries, the holiday evolved, and by the 18th century, gift-giving and exchanging handmade cards on Valentine's Day had become common in England. Handmade Valentine's cards made of lace, ribbons, and featuring cupids and hearts eventually spread to the American colonies. The tradition of Valentine's cards did not become widespread in the United States, however, until the 1850s. Unlike the iconic Nazca lines, most of which are only visible from overhead, the older Paracas glyphs were laid down on hillsides, making them visible to villages below. The two cultures also pursued different artistic subjects. Nazca lines most often consist of lines or polygons, but many of the newfound Paracas figures depict humans. Every culture is riddled with unwritten rules, such as ones on punctuality. They are the invisible scaffold that frames the behavior of individuals so that the collective can function in a frictionless and productive way. But the rigor of these rules and the exactitude with which they are enforced varies dramatically. Some nations tolerate singing in an elevator, swearing during an interview, or entering a bank barefoot, for example, while others frown upon such behaviors. Until fairly recent times, the origin of birds was one of evolution's great mysteries. This is no longer the case. Fossil evidence from China now conclusively proves that there is an evolutionary link between birds and several types of extinct prehistoric reptiles which lived millions of years ago. Or in other words, dinosaurs. It has not yet been definitively proven that viewing violence on television will lead a child into violent behavior. But even experts agree that it's not good for a child to be exposed constantly, several hours a day, day after day, week after week, to television violence. Research has shown that such exposure has at least 4 effects. Children may become less sensitive to the pain and suffering of others. They may become more fearful of the world around them. They may be more likely to behave in an aggressive manner toward other people. They may get an unrealistic sense of the amount of true violence that exists in the world. Children need to discover their own strengths and weaknesses in order to find fulfillment as adults in both work and play. Watching television does not lead to these discoveries. It only limits children's involvement in those real-life activities that might offer their abilities a genuine testing ground. And young children's need for fantasy is gratified far better by their own make-believe activities than by the adult-made fantasies they are offered on television. Parents can demonstrate while the child is still very young that TV is a medium to be used selectively. They can quite literally point children in the direction of informative, educational programs. There are some remarkable things for a preschooler to see and enjoy on television, and parents can impart the wonders of it while discouraging undesirable programs. Parents of young children should remember that while television undoubtedly does, through its better programs at least, provide preschoolers with considerable useful information, it doesn't make them smarter or improve their school performance.
It isn't rare for private equity houses to hire grads fresh out of business school, he said. But 9 times out of 10, the students who nab these jobs are the ones who had private equity experience under their belt before even starting their MBA program. With revenue from college football at an unprecedented $3.4 billion annually, universities across the country invest millions each year in recruitment efforts for high school football players. But with talented players typically receiving multiple scholarship offers, team rosters are in limbo until student athletes commit to a university. We've been training fewer teachers in recent years while the population has been increasing in a very large cohort of teachers. The baby boomer teachers are nearing retirement. So, all 3 of those things have converged to create what I think is going to be an even greater problem in coming years to what it is now. So we've got a lot of work to do, a very rapid catch-up. Conservationists in New Zealand have come up with a novel way of raising money for one of the country's lesser-known endangered bird species by holding a race to see which male stitch bird, or hi-hi, has the fastest sperm. The Great Hi-Hi Sperm Race will pit samples from birds collected from 4 different hi-hi colonies. And donors can place a 10 NZ bet on which of the 128 samples swims the fastest. For example, students might try to enroll for the free year despite having previously studied and therefore being ineligible. The report said the government held no records of study from before 2003 in order to verify eligibility, meaning it would have to rely on students' declarations.